Hello. My name is Janet Luz Amafwasaki, and I want to introduce you to a new idea that I have, and it's called BiWorld. Okay. Why do you ask? Why is it called BiWorld? It's be called BiWorld because I feel like bi meaning two. I think it really I think it really personifies the type of person that I am. And even the word that I use on my blog, Antivezin, means in between, and that's from Eat, Pray, Love. And basically, she chose that word because she, you know, she travels everywhere and she doesn't really belong anywhere. And she basically lives in the in between, and I feel like that's how I am because of my race, ethnicity, gender, and sexuality. So that's the big idea behind Bi World. Um, yeah, so, okay, let me introduce myself. Okay. Um, Basically, bi. Okay. Bicultural. I consider myself to be bicultural. My parents are immigrants. My mom is Dominican and my dad is Ghanaian, and they met in New York City about 20 something years ago. And 3 years later they made me, and I'm 20 years old now. And yeah, so excuse me. Yeah, so sorry. So I consider myself bicultural. I've gone through a lot of identity crisis issues with my race and my ethnicity, but just recently I've been able to assert myself as a black woman, but I'm also Afro Latina because my mom, who's Dominican, as I keep saying, and I tend to do that when someone ask me about my heritage, I always assert that my mom is Latina rather than just simply saying I am Afro Latina. So I'll say it again. I am Afro Latina. And why do I say that with such gumption? It's because my whole life I've been immersed in Dominican culture, whether it be eating plátanos or mangú or having it with tuna, making farina, maicena, you know, dancing bachata or merengue, or even my abuelita, who I love her to death, rest in peace. She owned her own Dominican food restaurant. So that culture, the family values, the language, I am. So, yes, my skin color is black, but my culture really is Dominican, so I am an Afro Latina. So, yeah, so this is going to be the first installment for Bi World. And what you will be seeing here is basically my life as an Antivesin, which is an in-betweener. And today, I told you a little bit about myself, about my heritage, and hopefully we can get better acquainted. So, until next time. And next time, I want to talk about my hair. Right now you see it, and it's an afro, but I just took out yarn braids, which were long and luxurious. And I want to tell you my story behind that because as Dominicans and as African Americans, we all know we have, good hair, bad hair, and then in Latino culture, good pelo bueno and pelo malo, or my mom would say when I would get my perms, I have melena, but now right now I don't. I have naps, which I love, and it's beautiful, and it's me. So that's next time. So until then, un besito para ti.